Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of WoW Weekly with Myst. And for this week, we have a bunch of stuff going on. So there's the pet battles that's going on, which is a little unfortunate this week because, well, I always record these videos on Sundays. And here's a little clip of, or a little, I'll probably just screenshot it actually. No point in making a whole video clip out of it. But here's a little screenshot of Sunday's garrison. Yeah, so you can see that the proper pets were in the garrison on Sunday, but the pet battle weekly doesn't start till reset. So that basically means we got kind of screwed out of the power leveling pet day. However, I have said it many times before, if you ever see this up on days that that it's not the super big pet leveling day, it's still really good experience. I usually shout it out in my channel, and my plan is to do that after I finish recording this video. So hopefully I remember to do that. But yeah, usually I will shout it out because when it doesn't fall on Pet Week, Wowhead's really bad at actually shouting it out. Even sometimes when it does, they're horrible at that particular event. You know, probably because most people aren't talking about it, and Wowhead kind of reports what is being talked about more or less, or what's super hype. So it gets left in the dark. Kind of like you might have noticed that my last WoW Weekly that I did, I had mentioned Children's Week. Turns out I was the only creator mentioning Children's Week. Wowhead didn't even put out anything on Children's Week. Yeah, I was very, very surprised on that shit. It's like, even if nothing's new, it's like, I'm just a underpaid YouTuber over here. Like, that's a legit news source that has, like, sponsors paying for them. Like, it's kind of crazy that the ones getting paid didn't report on it, and yeah. Time Walking Wrath is going to be this week as well. The PvP Brawl is a Wrathy Blizzard this week. And then for the big one, the reason I chose to be on my Panda today for the WoW Weekly news is that Mop Remix will start this week. So that starts on Thursday. Really kind of weird day to have that start, but it starts on Thursday. My guess is they probably wanted reset to occur on its Tuesday, see if there were some issues that arose with it, fix them, and then have this event roll all nice and smoothly on Thursday. That's what I'm thinking, because it's very, very kind of rare that they do things not on a Tuesday. Like, it does happen, but it's super, super rare. So Mop Remix, if you are someone who's looking to do the Time Walking Wrath, Mop Remix is gonna be around for a while. So if you're strapped for time and you can only kind of throw a couple of events in this week, don't worry about it. It starts on May 16th and it ends August 19th. So you have a super long time. However, I am gonna say there's a reason you have 3 months. So I wouldn't slack on it. I would use those 3 months because there is a lot of achievements. I'll pull up the list right here. So Remix Panda, look at that. 0 over 147. There is 147 achievements. And they're not simple achievements either. They are all like massive, many parts to an achievement. We'll go in, I'll show you. So we have, of course, the main section, which has a lot to do with your cloak and the leveling. A bunch of area type achievements here. So there is a lot, and the list just goes down and down, right? Like, it's a huge list. You go into quests. So these are all the quests you're going to get in every area. Like, I've mentioned it before, but the achievements are just insane. So yay for the fact that you will level faster in the mop remix. So these are the reps, so you're going to have to get exalted with all of these. And then exploration. You know, exploration will be an easy one. You can easily do that. But once again, there is a lot of areas that you're going to be exploring. So it's going to take you a hot minute. Scenarios. So, of course, you'll be doing those. Scenarios is something you can still do in retail, but it's more, you know, no one really wants to do them. So you're going to more or less going solo for, you know, this is technically retail anyway. Like it's all going to transfer over. You can see that the achievements have no points. So if you don't care about this shit, you don't have to do a single achievement here because not a single Remix Panda achievement is worth points. They are all worth feat of strength type, like no 0 points. So yeah, do what you want at your own free will, basically, because you know it's not worth anything. It's just worth a show off, I guess. Like hey, I did this. Yeah. So here we have dungeons. So, you know, those are easy. Like you could probably knock out all the dungeons in one day. Just because it's, you know, they're going to make the event easier than it was when we first did Panda, like back in 2012, whenever it was. Because it's a 3-month event, right? Like they don't want you taking forever, but you know, all the dungeons are there, and then there's raids. So, and this is to clear all of the raids. It does include some of the end raids as well. You know, Siege is in there. There's also heroic mode, and yeah, there's a lot. So that is the list of achievements there, guys. Yeah, have fun. And I say that to myself. I know this was one, let me just move this a little more over. This was one feature that I really wasn't looking forward to. I like my achievements though, and I like my mounts and all that. So I will be in there, of course. Like I say what I say, but you can't change a completionist. Like you know what I mean? Like yeah. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna complete all the stuff, right? So yeah, but. Definitely, like I said earlier, I wouldn't putz around with it. 3 months sounds like a long time, but you know, you'll get down to that last month, and yeah, the thing that's gonna really do it will probably be the raids. But there's a lot of quests there. Yeah, like I imagine most people are gonna be going ham from Thursday when it starts to the time it ends. Yeah, I don't think anyone is going to be able to complete all of those achievements super, super fast. From my understanding, there's no time gating, so like the raids should just be there, but it's still going to take a bit. You can see on the calendar that there's not really much going on, so you're pretty much golden for a while. I think most people are gonna probably go ham for the first month of this event because there's not too many, like the weeklies are kind of pretty mellow. And the next major thing happening is in June. It would be Midsummer, and really if there's nothing, well, I happen to know there is new stuff for Midsummer. So I can't say if there happens to be no new stuff, but it's at the moment it's minimal. So yeah, it might halt you for a bit, but shouldn't halt you for too much. Either or. If it does halt you, that's only a couple of weeks, and then I think we're back to pretty much nothing. Yeah, then it's another month of nothing. And then August, yeah, not much is going on in August. Yeah, so it's actually the best time they could put a WoW remix into the calendar, because really the only thing truly going on that might halt people is Midsummer. And that only rolls for a couple of weeks anyway. So, yeah. And then honestly, realistically, after the MOP remix is done, we should be getting fairly close to the new expansion. Yeah. I'd be surprised if we didn't know like a legit date within that time frame. Yeah. Because it realistically should be releasing kind of around then. So yeah, that is the weekly events going on. Let's get into news. Okay, so this past week was the new patch. I actually kind of took a break this week. I can't like come right out and say I took a week off, because I've been in here. I just have not been doing patch stuff, but I have logged in and I've been, doing some other stuff that you'll see in the accomplishments later. But I left the patch stuff. I thought we'd do that on stream, and I know it's like a week late, but I will be doing patch stuff tomorrow. And here's the rundown of it for anyone that hasn't been in this past week, or maybe you forgot about a certain feature that there was a bunch of stuff going on, so maybe you forgot something. So the WoW remix, of course, like I said earlier, starts on Thursday, so it's it's in the patch but not available quite yet, but soon. On Tuesday, I'm going to do the new quest lines, heritage sets. The holiday stuff is, it's in the patch, but, Midsummer is until June, so you'll be waiting a bit on that. The new Hunter Stable UI is super awesome. Yeah, I really like the Hunter Stable UI. I had done a video, like, specifically for that, and then I didn't edit it and didn't post it, yeah. But I did put it in a past WoW Weekly. And there's some new Culturian hair colors and class changes, so nothing too major. I think I could probably get everything done on Tuesday. It sounds like just a few quest lines, more or less. So, yeah, I picked Tuesday because, Wednesdays is my mount farming day, and then Thursday will be, the MOP remix. So Tuesday's really like my one day this week to kind of catch up on the new patch before the MOP remix happens. Okay, so some direct retail in-game right now news. So Siege of Orgrimmar seems to be on a daily lockout. So yeah, people thought that might have been a bug, but there's been no update on that one. It could still be a bug having to do with like them adding remix in. But I don't know. For now, until they at least change it, you can go in and farm those transmog mounts and all that on a daily reset. So it's either two things. It's either a bug that they're just too lazy to fix, that kind of came with them adding the MOP remix, because I definitely think MOP remix being added in caused that to go to a daily. Like, Blizzard isn't nice. Like, they didn't just do that out of the kindness of their heart. Or it's not a bug. And yeah, my guess is it's probably started by being a bug from adding the MOP remix in, because, like, let's be real, they don't like to just give us stuff, right? And then they probably just chose not to fix it and said, fuck it, we'll let them, have this daily lockout. I wouldn't get used to it. I think maybe at some point it will get swapped back, maybe in 3 months. Maybe you got this daily lockout for like 3 months while the mop remix is going on. But for sure, I wouldn't get too used to it, but definitely, they're clearly not fixing it. So I would use it, that is what I don't like about like bug exploits and stuff. It's like, if you're gonna take forever to like fix your bugs, then you can't get pissed at people exploiting it, because some people may not think it's a bug, right? If you're not gonna fix it, people are gonna assume it's not a bug and it's intended. So, like, yeah. On the topic of raids and stuff, though, with the new patch, it did bring a much higher item level. I was able to get like 30 item levels in that week, even although I basically didn't play. I didn't do any new patch stuff, and I got 30 extra item levels. Like, yeah. So definitely you can up your gear pretty good, which means that a lot of the BFA raids are now soloable. There's still maybe some struggle points, and you do still need kind of decent gear. So I've had it in some of my videos where someone will see me go in and solo it. You clearly see it in the video footage, and then a person will comment and say, "This ain't soloable," and it's like, maybe for you it's not, but for me it was. So keep in mind, they are easily soloable, or a little easier to solo now if you have the gear. Going back to the bug topic, there is another bug in the game that is currently still getting fixed. They're struggling to fix it, and it's this here. So if you go to the portal on a character that isn't max level, you will see that it says requires level 70. They have stated that it is a bug. A fix is in the works, but they are having troubles fixing it. It's Sunday and it's still not fixed, so maybe it'll be fixed when I post this video, but personally I think it's probably gonna still not be fixed, and they'll fix it on Tuesday. So if you do see that on your alts, it is 100% not intended, which makes sense because like you go out there at 60, right? So yeah, it makes no sense to have to be 70 to get in there when you go out at 60. So my only suggestion, although I think it will be fixed in a couple of days, but just in case they continue to struggle for a bit, if you're out there leveling, and hopefully you are out there, set your Hearthstone to the inn. That way you can freely go wherever you want, and then you can get back. And if you aren't, just find a mage. Find a mage. I'm sure mages that are aware of this bug, sometime, yeah, there's a lot of assholes in WoW, but there's some nice people. I'm sure you can find a mage that will port you out there knowing that there's a bug right now that isn't allowing you to get there yourself. And, yeah. The War Within. A little bit of news on that. You'll be able to earn 25% increased flight speed while you're in the War Within. Kazalgar Flight Master. I'm kind of impressed that we're getting increased flight speed. I guess, actually, yeah, I'm reading a little more into it. It's flight path speed. So you'll actually go faster on the flight path. Oh, that is so much better. Yeah, because at first I'm like, well, you're going to have dragon riding. What do you even need? Like, now we need faster than dragon riding? Like, yeah. Like, why don't you just give everyone a teleport at that point that teleports you wherever the fuck you want to go? But the Flight Master speed, that's a nice one because yes, for years now, we have gone super slow on the Flight Master. I would have done one better though. I would do double that work if they would just also add that it doesn't take the scenery route anymore. Because what bugs me more than the slow speed of the flight path is the fact that you will circle an area and end up where you were like 30 seconds prior because it wanted to circle an area to take a path that brings you back to where you just were, right? Like, yeah, I would like straight paths, you know? So that would be one thing I hope one day they add where, where you're getting there a little, because let's be honest, they don't really need to, like, is the flight path slow? Yes. But is it the reason it takes you forever to get to places? No, it's the scenery route that is the reason. It's all the hitting each kind of town along the way that gets you. But yeah, maybe one day they'll add that, and then we'll be golden. We'll have the extra speed and the scenery route out of there, or at least have an option. Okay, so the delves have many rewards. There's some challenge delves as well, and you can get a title, an airship, and a toy. So the title is Ascension Breaker, and the airship is called Void. This is it right here on screen. And then there's also a toy called Toxic Victory. On the topic of some allied race mounts, we have the Earthen, of course, and this is the Slatestone Ramolith. So on screen here, we have some updated versions of the Warlock tier set. So this is, of course, the male. I like this teal. Yeah, it looks much better. Yeah, the Warlock one was looking kind of rough before, but yeah. I definitely think I prefer the male. Yeah, you know what? It looks rough when you look at the females. Yeah, it definitely looks better on the male characters. We also have some updated Hunter tier sets. So here's that. And they look a little better. This one is an update because we never had this one yet. So this is the Mage tier set. Okay, so a bunch of haversacks. Trailblazer, Shadowlit, and the Torchbearer. So for those that remember Dog, which I always thought was so weird that his name was just Dog, is from Myst Pandaria. And in the War Within, he will actually be in Kazalgar, and he becomes a companion of yours, which people have wanted forever. So a little backstory, like I just said, you first see him in the Mop expansion. He's over at Tiller's farm. And then later on, you see him again in Wad in the garrison. And then in Legion, you see him in Dalaran. And then that's basically the last time we saw him. So right now, you can see him in Brianna's pet shop that's in Dalaran. That's kind of like his last placement. So over here, you can see that he is a companion. And yeah, it does say he cannot battle, though, in that picture. Yeah, it's he is a battle pet that cannot battle. Which is kind of, I guess, unfortunate for those that like to battle pets, because like he's a dog. Why can't he battle? You know, it's like with the human companions that they throw into the pet battles, those make sense because it's pet battles, right? Why would you allow like a kid or something to be battling in that feature, right? So it makes sense because we have a couple where it's like a child or even an adult, but it's like a person, you know, that you get as a pet, and it's a non-combat pet, and I always believed it was because they're not an animal, right? So I always find it weird when you can get like an animal that doesn't have the ability to fight. But, you know, he's a lover, not a fighter. And then the last thing I got for you guys today is a caterpillar pet that just got discovered. So this is him here. This looks like one of those pets that we might maybe end up feeding. You saw it in BFA, and you know there's been others in the past as well, but BFA being the most probably known one, where you feed something to help it grow. There was like the mount and the pet, bug creatures that did that. And it's looking like he might be like that. Now, just take that, you know, don't hold me to that. We don't know that you feed this pet. But what we do know is that it evolves from one form and becomes a bigger form, right? So we do know that much. We just don't know much more than that. And I can only imagine that it's through feeding or something. Either or, you're probably going to be taking care of the pet to get it. And I'm sure we'll have a little more info on that at a later time. But for now, that is kind of the newest pet we've discovered. So that is all the news and stuff for WoW. As far as my accomplishments, well, some of you guys may have noticed that I was a little pissed at WoW last week. And honestly, it was a bit of a lot of things. I've got a lot going on in my life right now, and sometimes it bleeds into my YouTube and my gaming because well, YouTube's like a job, and you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah. But we're good. You know, I had my little moment, and we're good. So I did do some stuff in game this past week. I went and finished all my major reps. So I still have like those like on the side reps that I'm still doing. Like Cobalt. I almost had it done one night, but I was so fucking tired. I just logged. So like one night I'll have Cobalt done. But like those kind of reps, they're still being worked on, like Soradormi and all that. But I have knocked out all the major rep. So yeah, Dream Wardens and Loam were my last ones. So you can see that Loam was done at like the beginning of the month. I thought I'd throw it in anyway because I didn't do a WoW Weekly last week because of how I was feeling about WoW and everything. I was feeling kind of overwhelmed. And really, it wasn't WoW. It's content, like my content, my YouTube, my videos. Yeah, it honestly had really not much to do with WoW. WoW is just really easy to blame a lot of the time. You know, because Blizzard, you know, fucks up so much shit in retail. But yeah, so I thought I'd add it because those were my accomplishments that would have shown in that video last week. So did that. And then this past week I did this. So I finally went in. I just needed a little bit of Dream Warden's rep, and I realized I was still holding on to that damn Fyrak quest because I'd never gone and killed them because I've been kind of slacking on raids. Pretty much since the second raid came out, I was doing pretty good up until then. Even had done glory of the first raid early in. But then, then I started playing some other games and yeah. So I went and did that. That was worth 2,500 rep. I only needed 500. So I almost felt like it was a waste of rep, but it did it, right? So yeah, I did that. Last night, I decided to go finish the Dragon Isle Safari. So I got that done. I'm almost at... No, I have the achievement for 1,400 pets. So I'm almost at 1,500. I think I'm sitting at 1,491 now. Actually, I don't know if you can see it on an alt. Can you see it on an alt? Let's see. I'll bring my achievements up here. I hate looking at things on alts, though, because if you're a mount collector or a pet collector or anything, I don't know if it's so much with pets, but definitely with mounts, your collection is a different number on pretty much every character. Yeah. So I hate looking at things on alts. I prefer to do it on my main. Oh, look at that. 2,000 total pets. That is completely by accident. I didn't even know. I was just doing the achievement. And I found some pets that weren't even in that achievement. So that was kind of cool. I should heal them up while we're... On my druid, it said 1,491. So my druid might... I've never seen the pet number really be different, But yeah, usually it's just the mount one because some characters can have like class mounts and stuff. And like paladins, if you ever want to show off your mount collection, do it on a paladin. Yeah, your mount collection will always be a little higher on a paladin. Yeah. But anyway, we're talking pets. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. I got total 2,000. Now is 2,000 the cap? Or I keep forgetting if they actually did remove the cap or if there is still like a total pet cap and they just removed the, you know how this says like 1/1. Well, yeah, except you can't have more than 3. So like, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder though. Am I at the cap? I'm gonna have to go like try to get some random pet I don't care about and see if they let me. Yeah, I can't remember if you can go higher than 2,000. Look at how many duplicate collected pets I have. 511. I think I do pretty good for someone who's not actually a person that focuses pets, though. I have 1,730 are unique. Although over here it says 1,489. Oh, they say 1,730 are unique in the journal. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think I've done pretty good. Like, I'm only missing 241. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. It says I've collected 86% of the pets, so yay me. See, it is different there. It's even higher than I thought, 1,493. Yeah, it's so weird how the number can be so different in so many places. Yeah, it's like, to be fair, the only number that ever matters is the one that's on your achievement because it's a computer, right? It's a computer system. Nothing's going to trigger until they see that number over. Yeah, so it's the only number. Even if it happens to be wrong, it's the one that counts because nothing's going to trigger unless that number is 16, right? So we're not close to the 1600, but I could be. Like, I have a lot of pets that I can actually buy in Dragonflight right now. I could probably easily get myself to 1600, honestly, just because I've been saving all these materials and shit. But this is the next one I'm working on. Pale Slumbertooth. That one I needed to get a toy to get it, so yeah, that one. I'm sure you'll see that one in next week's accomplishments done. And then this. Okay, this is almost done. I'm just gonna say my druid's been doing a lot of this. It's showing nothing because I'm on the alt, but we're missing like 3 of those. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm only 3 away from that being done. That's the joy of looking at achievements on alt. And the Taking from Nature, I was really happy to get that one done. People have been saying that that one's a bitch. I pretty much from the time the Taivan meta showed up, I've had no problem. Every week has been like the one I need. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Like, let's go to it. This, I had only had Rivermouth completed when they brought out the Taivan. Yeah, I was never doing fishing crap. I'd made the items to unlock those, but yeah, aside from that, So yeah, I knocked it out. It was Roaring Dragon Spring this past week, so I went and did that one, and yeah. So you would think I would have knocked out Waking Shore. Well, maybe if you know my progress, I would have thought I would have, because I was really close, but I still need a treasure. Let's see. I'll show you. Oh, actually, it's not going to show the progress, I don't think. But I'll just tell you, because I bet you'll show every treasure still needed or something. Yeah. Okay, so this one is actually all complete except for Sapphire Gem Cluster. I've been waiting to get the map. It's one of many items where you need the map from the expedition supply boxes, and yeah, so I'm just waiting on me getting the map, and then that one will complete, and when I get that one, that will get us the Army of the Fed, because everything will be done. So yeah, and that'll be my second one, and I need to return back to Centaur because I was doing good. But then I stopped doing hunts, which is why I would need this. Oh, I'm impressed that they show all of that on the alt. Okay. It's so weird what they will transfer over to your alt and what they don't, right? But anyway, that is accurate. That is exactly how it shows on my druid. So I just need the red. And then, what was the other one? Oh yeah, the other one's Adventurer. I could work on that one. I don't even know my progress on the Druid, so I can't even tell you what it looks like on the Druid. It's low though. It's like 5. Somewhere around there, so yeah. But nonetheless, those are close. Like, we are close to Centaur and Army of the Fed. Flight Club. Yeah, these ones are gonna take a hot minute, and then this one's gonna take a while. I think that's all the bonus rep stuff, right? Yeah. That one I would have to look at on my druid just to see the progress in those specific quests, because they won't show on this one. But yeah. So nonetheless, we're getting there. Although, let me see. Let me just see something. Expansion. So there's Taivan. So Across the Isles is that one. It's like so much work for that Across the Isles, right? And I need to just get these raid ones done. That's easy mode. Like, I don't even need to do real raiding to knock those out. So yeah, like I could easily knock that out. I don't think it's gonna get done this week, but maybe when like Mop Remix kind of settles down a bit, I'll just go knock it out and either LFR or maybe legit raiding, because I am going after that mount, I guess. I guess I should do it. I have not started it. Yeah, but I'm not too worried. Dragon quests. Yeah, I need to do fringe benefits. I've been meaning to do that. Maybe I'll add it in if we finish everything on Tuesday. Maybe I'll add in fringe benefits. Yeah, that one's almost done. And then I'm just going to say they need a back button on the achievement tab. Just putting it out there. Okay, and what's this one? Yeah, we need a lot. I have a lot of progress in all of those. Like under the weather, 2 of those are done. Earth and water. Yeah. Once again, this is shit we should be on the druid looking at. But I just thought I'd show you guys, you know, maybe some of you guys are curious of my progress. Yeah, it probably looks so horribly far away, but it's actually not as bad as it looks. Like, I could literally knock 2 of those out today if I wanted to, all in one day. And then, Zeralex should be getting close. Yeah, it's kind of close. Adventurer and Treasures. So yeah, it's not too far away. And what else we got? What's this one? That one's not too bad. That's all those bonus reps. So yeah. Yeah. I feel pretty good about it. Like it looks far away. It looks far away, but because I know where I'm sitting in all those achievements, yeah, it's really not bad. I still think, personally, Across the Isles will be the final one, just because there's certain things I need for certain treasures, and yeah. Plus that, you know, this one here, this Tetramancer, that one sucked the whole way. Like the drop rate is kind of crappy on all of those, and now I'm down to like the 1, and yeah, I still have a feeling that's gonna be one of my last ones. Okay, anyway, I feel like I blabbed enough there. I did do some extra stuff, so I'm just gonna roll this clip. Over in this clip is me in the Dream Wardens area, you know, collecting a bunch of stuff. So I got a bunch of mounts. Up to the mount collection, probably, I don't know, probably like 6 or 7 this past week, because I grabbed some from Dream Wardens, and then there was some I didn't record because I didn't feel like putting on the record. I was just kind of chilling, watching some TV, playing some WoW. But I did go out to the time rifts and I just bought the mounts. For those that don't watch my streams, my goal was to like hold on to all the currency, and then I was gonna buy all the mounts, all the pets, all the transmogs in one shot. But it's getting kind of close to the end of the expansion, and just in the off chance that I don't earn enough, I wanted to at least have the mounts out of the way. So I just went and did it. So I officially have all the mounts from the time rifts. And yeah. So I have all the mounts from the time rifts and almost all the Dream Warden ones. There's one mount that I'm still missing from Dream Wardens. You can't buy it. It comes off of the seed stuff. And then I'll have all of those. So I think for someone who's been kind of I won't say casual because my casual is the average person's like hard mode, going ham in WoW. But I've definitely been a little more casual in the sense of how I usually play the game, right? Like I've been raiding and doing M plus and shit like that, but not I'm not on every day. Like you guys have seen Breath of the Wild rolling out like pretty much all of last week. And yeah, so I'm just, I'm still going pretty ham, but I'm juggling it, I'm juggling it with other games. As for goals this week, I'm pretty sure you can guess what the goals are. Literally, it's just mop remix. My major goal is to just level the character and get it situated for dungeons, raids, and get it ready for all those achievements and all that. That's pretty much the video. I don't want to run the video too terribly long today, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on stream tomorrow, possibly, if you watch the streams. And that's all I got to say. So, hope you guys have been doing great. Hope you guys are excited for Mop Remix. If anyone wants to level, D and I are going to be leveling together on stream, and you guys are more than welcome to, hang out or come level with us. And yeah, and that's all I got to say. So, hope you enjoyed. Have a great week in WoW, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.